Doom, dun, 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 dun. Doom, dun, 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 dun. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Tuesday, NBA Talk with Jay. It's not doesn't matter what day it is. Game 3 of the NBA Finals, NBA Talk with Jay here, man. That's what we're doing. Obviously, I'm your guy, Jay Money. We got our guy, Andy, with us from Wager Talk at Bump Sports on Twitter. Make sure you guys will follow him. Andy, what's up with you, my brother? Hopefully, you got more sleep last night than I did.
I slept pretty good. Slept pretty good. So you asked me if I was ready to do the show, and I said, "Yeah." Unlike Michael Porter, I'm going to show up, man. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for my teammates.
I sure appreciate you coming through as well. Yeah, now my guy did not show up last game, guys. Everybody out there in the chat, I appreciate you for tuning in as well. We got one player, one guy that joined the channel as a member. Our guy, CeeLo Parlay Guru. What's up to you, my guy? I appreciate you for joining the family. Let's get some cash in this one, guys. I'll be perfectly honest. I didn't make any WNBA picks just yet. I did go over 3 games. I'll let you know how I'm looking at them towards the end of the show, guys. But y'all know why we here. We got the game 3 of the NBA Finals headed to Miami, tied 1-1 now. The Heat just took them a game in Denver. They have stole home court advantage over. It's 1-1, but they are dogs in this game 3 here, Andy. Let's break it down here. We got the Denver Nuggets laying 2.5 points at the Miami Heat in South Beach. They're getting 2.5 at the house. Total sitting at 214.5. We saw some pace in that game too, right? In Denver. Now things shift to Miami, and my main cap here, Andy, is that the Heat hadn't been to the house since May 27. You see what I'm saying? So they've been away from the house for a little week, and y'all know we like to do hey, coming back to the house. You know what I'm saying? You got plenty of things to take care of. You dig it? How you looking at this game, Andy? We got what do you think the Heat take a 2-1 series? Who do you think takes a 2-1 series lead? And I know you got some fire props for us, my guy.
Yeah, I still am riding with the Nuggets. I think they're the better team. I think they eventually win, so I'll take him to win here. Miami made some really nice adjustments, and Denver just did not adjust in the game. Porter just looked terrible. I thought that was just the biggest thing. He just didn't look engaged, and I've heard some people say, "Well, Jokic didn't have very many assists, and that's why Porter
Mm-hmm.
wasn't." Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to hear it. That guy's kind of inconsistent. Aaron Gordon can fall into the same trap as well. It just seemed like they let Jokic. They were fine with his scoring, but they concentrated on taking Jamal Murray out of the game. You had obvious bounce back situations with Strus. He had a great game. That was the easiest one. Taking Max
Mm-hmm.
Strus over 1.5 threes was like the free space on a bingo card. I do want to ask you about this.
Okay.
I don't think Jimmy Butler looks 100%. I'm looking
I
at his under
I
points,
don't think so
rebounds, and
either.
assists.
I don't think so either, Andy. I don't think so either.
It just doesn't quite have that explosion. I think the mentality. I'm not saying like mentally. Like there's something about his push off, the way he moves. I don't know if he was saving himself a little bit, but that's 2 straight unders on his points, rebounds, and assists.
Mm-hmm.
14 shots and 19 shots. Obviously the 3-point shooting for the team was, why they won. I mean, damn near 50% from 3-pointers. You're going to win a lot of NBA games if you do that. But I think I'm looking towards Jimmy Butler as a potential under on the points, rebounds, and assists. Just on the eye test, doesn't look there, and they're still hanging his points, rebounds, assists at 39.5. So he
Yeah.
hasn't gotten really close. Last game he had
Mm-hmm.
21, 9, and 4. 34. It's a long ways away from 40. So I think that'd be what I'd be looking at.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't notice that he was like. I mean, I've been watching the games. Just that I did think he was going to be a lot more aggressive in game 2, baiting it. We know how he baits the foul. I mean, people don't really like when I say it, but we got to be real here. My guy goes in there and he baits those fouls, man. Not necessarily like Joel Embiid, but I don't know. I guess they kind of the same. He just doesn't fall on the floor nowhere near as much. But Joel Embiid's still my guy. He still got us paid. I'll still forever be on that. We went heavy on him to win MVP. But regardless of that, yeah, I mean, if Jimmy's not the same, I mean, this is the thing I can't say about the Heat. They do have a lot of different guys, right? I mean, Strus can start knocking down threes. Duncan Robinson is starting to finally earn his paycheck over there. Bam has been good because we know that Jokic is not the greatest defender. So I said that even before the series that Bam has to continue to have success. He has to continue to hit those mid-range jumpers and make them respect him because Jokic, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest, people don't want to hear it, but Jokic can't guard Bam Adebayo one-on-one, especially with how elusive he is, like as far as his footwork. He's taller. Now, Bam can't really guard Jokic on the other end as well, guys. So, you know what I'm saying? The Jokic fans, don't get too mad at me. It's just all facts here. We talk about it from an unbiased opinion, but I do like the Nuggets to bounce back here, guys. I hopped on. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't matter what I hopped on. I did. If you remember, you know what, you know what I'm saying? We hopped on game 3. Soon as the line came out, it was -1, -1.5, even up to 2.5. There's a few twos out there. If I'm not mistaken, at Caesars is still at 2. But regardless, I don't care. For the show, I'll go Nuggets on the money line for me. Give me Nuggets to win game 3. I'll be honest. Couldn't talk you out of Nuggets to win game 3 to win the series as well. That one's at -110, but for the safe bet, you can just take the Nuggets on the money line here. I always like to take it game to game. Give me Nuggets on the money line, -135 in this one. I think they win game 3. If you don't like it, you don't have to take it. You see what I'm saying? If you like the Heat, take the Heat. But I am going with the Nuggets in this one, in this pivotal game 3 in this one, guys. I couldn't talk you off laying the 2.5. I do think they win by 5+ points. And you know what? I was talking to my guy Skid last night, and I was already thinking this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bet. I hadn't bet a first quarter in a while. Probably lost like my last 6 or 7 first quarter bets, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets came out here and cashed the trifecta. In theory, what we like to do when these teams come home after a week, even though it's the playoffs, remember game 7 in Boston, they flew right out there to Denver right after that, so they hadn't been at the house in a week. In theory, it'd take a little time just to get back acclimated to the house. It sounds crazy, but not really. You got your wife and kids. Now you got to start back taking out the trash. You got to go and walk the dog. You got to go do all this shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a little bit of a distraction where it's almost like the home cooking can be bad because it's like I say, it's a little bit of a distraction. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Nuggets came out here and were the enforcers early on, Andy, where they came out in the first quarter, built a nice lead like the Heat did in game 2. Because the way I look at the Nuggets they're the type of team they need to get smacked in the face first for them to come and play. We saw it in game 2, even like within the game, Andy, they have to get smacked in the face first. Then they get fat and happy, get up by 15. Then you get smacked in the face again. Then now you know they down 9 points late. Now it's a 3-point game. See what I'm saying? So that's just how the Nuggets are. I expect them to respond here. I know that they're not the greatest team on the road. The Heat haven't been the best team at the house as well. So give me the Nuggets here. Didn't take the trifecta, but I do think in the pathway for the Nuggets to win this game, you have to come out here and hop on these motherfuckers early and don't let them get too much confidence early, Andy. So heavy lean to Nuggets first quarter, first half. But I did take the Nuggets in the full game on the money line, Andy. What do you think about that, my brother? Any thoughts on the total?
No, not really thoughts on the total. I expected more from the Denver offense. I didn't play it, but I did expect them to go over their team total. They did not. Miami seems to be going over their team total.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you look at the box score. There's so many deceiving stats, all over the place. I mean, if you look at it, okay, a team shot 48.6% from 3-pointers. I would expect they would have scored 130 points. No, Miami only scored 111.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Denver, only 75 shot attempts. It seems like a very, very slow pace for them. You look at Jamal Murray, only 7 of 15, only 1 free throw attempt from Jamal Murray. I think that has to change. So I look at these numbers and I think it's just the overall pace of play that was very slow. And
Mm-hmm.
then you also look at Miami. I mean, they had 36 fourth quarter points. What did they what was the stat? 26-9 run to start the fourth quarter, and they still only ended up at 111. I mean, this is a team that was one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the regular season, and now
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they have these games where they just can't miss, and you're looking at Strus going over his 3-point total, and
Mm-hmm.
Vincent going over his 3-point total, and Kevin Love is hitting 2 3-pointers, and Jimmy Butler is hitting 2 3-pointers, and the corpse of Duncan Robinson is starting off the fourth quarter on a 8-0
8-0
run.
run, right? Shit,
So
crazy as fuck.
like we just keep saying, oh, can't continue, but I don't know. They're piecing it together. I just believe in the overall talent of Denver. I just think this is the best team that's in the playoffs. A Miami Heat adjustment was coming. I think that was
Mm-hmm.
Ulstra's biggest swing that he was going to make. Maybe he gets
In the
another game.
series.
Maybe it continues, and maybe Denver just can't can't figure it out. But I believe in the coaching staff of Denver. I believe in the talent of Denver. I think they overcome it and they end up winning. I think they win. I think they win next game pretty handily, and then it comes down to that huge game 4 where
Right.
Denver can walk out of there with a 3-1 deficit going home, or who knows? Maybe the Heat. Maybe the Heat surprise us. I don't have an opinion on the total. I do have a sneaky player prop if you want a sneaky one. It's juicy, but Bruce Brown
Over what? Over a 3 or what?
over half a steal.
Oh, okay.
This guy's 19 steals in the playoffs. He's
Damn.
13-4 to the games to have over half a steal. And if you notice, he played 27 minutes last game, and I thought he was effective. 4 of 9 from the field. He had 2 steals. If that guy's going to play 27 minutes, he's going to get at least 1 steal every game. Miami can be a little careless with the ball, and I do like his activity. I mean, you look at the turnovers. Bam had 3 just by himself. So, as a team, they had 11 turnovers. Bruce Brown plays 27 minutes. He's going to get another one of those steals. If he does get 2 steals again, there's no way they're going to give you half a steal. They're going to bump it up to 1.5 because he had 1 steal in the first game in fewer minutes. I think he only played 21 minutes, and then 27 minutes, he gets 2 of them. So I like the steals prop. It's juicy for sure, but sprinkle it for a little bit, and this thing's been a cash cow throughout the entire postseason.
Yeah, our guy DeMoney says Bruce Brown played college ball at Miami as well. I saw his over a half 3 last game. It was like minus 155. I was like, over a half. What the hell? He just needs to make 1, man. So that's crazy there. So
he made you 1.
He made 1, and I think in the first game, in game 1, he made 2. See what I'm saying? So that's what I thought you were about to say, but it's not a bad look there. I expected. I know it's kind of crazy, but the role player, well, mainly they're only playing 8 guys. I'll be honest. I know Braun has been played good in this series. I don't want to see him in this series. I know he's great defensively, but I don't want to see this rookie getting real minutes in the NBA Finals. He's super passive. He doesn't even want to trust himself taking a shot. I personally, I'll just tell you personally what I think should happen. I don't think it will. I think they need to go to Reggie Jackson. There's another thing. I don't want to see Bruce. I don't want to see Bruce, but Reggie Jackson is still a formidable player in this NBA. I'm telling you that. I know Braun, he's experienced. At least he's going to know what to do out there. He's not going to be scared to shoot. Reggie Jackson is a streaky player. He can possibly get hot. Braun don't want to take a shot at all. So that hurts your
3 for 3 for 3 from the field, 3 steals.
That hurts your offense. No, he's a great defender, but he's going to hurt your offense, and he's very inexperienced, and you can tell in some of his play. That's why they tell him on the fast break, look to score, do something. He'll just come down and like, okay, I got to pass the ball. Like, you can't be scared to drive to the basket. That's all I'm saying. I'd like to see Reggie Jackson get at least a few minutes. I just feel like they need to go a little bit deeper into their bench, and mainly because Bruce Brown is not a true point guard. He's more of an actual shooting guard, a 3-and-D type of guy. He's not. I don't really want to see Bruce Brown run the offense. I do think that kind of hurts them coming off the bench. Don't get it twisted. They need everybody, but I think Reggie Jackson at least deserves a chance to run the point off the bench, in my opinion, because Brown doesn't also Braun and Brown, they don't always make the best decision makes, guys. That's just me. But regards to that, I'm taking the Nuggets. I expect KCP and Michael Porter Jr. to play a lot better game. These are starters, so I know role players don't play the same on the road. These guys are starters. Michael Porter Jr., get your ass out there, hit some effing threes, play some defense, man. My guy looking lost. Oh, where my guy go? My guy, he looked like Stevie Wonder with the glasses on, like he blind us on defense. They got to come to play. KCP out there. He out there is fouling 3-point shooters. He did it twice, man. So KCP he's the smartest guy on the team as far as like having the finals experience. So not gonna rant too much, but KCP and Michael Porter Jr. have to play a lot better, and Jamal Murray has to go off as well, in my opinion. He can't let these guys lock him up, especially with Jokic, because that's why Jokic got into scoring. He's like, man, the rest of my team bullshit, man. So let's see what happens. I'm on the Nuggets. I don't give a damn how they do it, who they playing off the bench. Come out here with a win, and I'll tell you, I think the Nuggets win this one, and then Game 4 will be the Heat in that one. It's going to be another split here in Miami. Whoever loses Game 3, I will likely be taking them in Game 4. Not guaranteed yet, but I know for a fact in this one, I already took the Nuggets. I'm on them on the money line, guys, and we got the -1 as well. Let's get this guy. I still like the 2.5, guys. I still like the Nuggets to win this one by 5+. Andy, any other props that you're looking at before we get out of here, my brother?
No, to your point about Porter and KCP, why I think Denver's going to be kind of fine is Michael Porter had 2 fouls and 2 made baskets. He has as many made baskets as he did fouls.
Good
KCP, Lord. 6 fouls and 6 points. I mean, There's no way that continues. And if it does, I mean, just hand Miami the trophy right now. If KCP and Porter are going to give you that kind, I guess that's why
That's a fact.
I'm not as out on, Braun and Brown coming off the bench as you guys. I mean, how many times did Miami run like just a basic pick and roll, and Porter like forgets to switch, and all of a sudden there's two Nuggets guarding a guy that doesn't have the ball, and there's a Miami Heat player with just this wide open three I mean, their defensive rotations were terrible. I gotta say, if KCP is going to continue fouling people
Mm,
like
that's not happening,
that,
man.
and Porter just being lost on defense, I mean, what's the upside if these guys? I mean, they combined for 11 points. Bruce Brown had that by himself, so
Right.
I wonder if you see that type of effort again, I wonder if the Nuggets might go, hey, we need some energy on defense. Maybe they cost us a little bit on offense. I don't know. I just expect much better game from Porter and KCP. That being said, I'm not putting my money on their props because I know
Yeah.
everyone was all over Porter. What was it? The points plus rebounds category. Man,
Everybody, yeah.
Twitter was ablaze on that one, and
Twitter was ablaze.
was, man. So I'm keeping it very simple with player props in this one. I do like the steals prop for Brown, like we talked about. I don't think Jimmy Butler is right, and I think you got to be really careful with some of those player props for Miami. I mean, we just saw Kevin Love get inserted into the starting lineup when he didn't,
Hmm.
when he wasn't there in game one. He played 22 minutes. Guy had 6 points and 10 rebounds.
Right.
I mean, 10 rebounds. I did have a little bit on Adebayo to have a double-double. He ended up with 21 and 9. If Kevin Love
Damn.
doesn't play, of course he gets his double-double, but I got burned by the Heat kind of throwing a wrench into the starting lineup, which is what they do. They're really good at it. So I'm treading really lightly with the player props in this series.
No, I'm right there with you, man. I didn't play the better single player prop, guys. I'm on the Nuggets. That's what I'm on. I took on the money line. So I'm saying if you like the 2.5, I still like it. It's just, I mean, that's just what I did. I took the money line as soon as it came out. Real quick, guys, I'll let you know how I'm looking at the WNBA picks. I didn't place anything yet. That's why the members in the chat like, damn, what's up with WNBA plays? I didn't bet anything. I posted in the members chat whenever I bet something. I am leaning all dogs here tonight, guys. So the one dog that I probably wouldn't go close to is the Seattle Storm. They are over defeated. They hadn't won a single game, not undefeated. They're over defeated. They hadn't won a single game yet, guys. But that is desperation. But I can't say about that game. The Storm, their best shot was to win last one. They were catching the Sparks off the back-to-back and still couldn't get it done. So that's why I'm just staying off the Storm as a whole. I love the Sparks. I think this is the fourth best team in the WNBA. Andy loved that, man.
What you say, over defeated?
Over defeated, my guy.
Why don't you just say defeated?
Yeah, but I'm
There's
just saying.
undefeated and
Yeah.
defeated.
Yeah, but I like to go with the over defeated, my
defeated.
guy. I like making shit up, and people like, you know what? I like that touch.
I
Feel
love
like
it.
I
Over
like the
defeated.
touch. I like the touch that you, but you'll never forget that shit, Andy.
No, I won't.
I guarantee you that's the first time you ever heard that,
Over
man. From
defeated.
J Money, I'm telling you, he liked that. Yeah, that tickled Andy over there. But
I love it.
I'll tell you,
Good one.
if I'm making one play today, and it's not that I like to fade the aces every single game. But I don't know if you noticed, they've been burning their backers' money. I think they were 2-3 against the spread, or 2-4. They hadn't covered a single spread on the road, guys. Now they do play a back-to-back. It's a little different than them playing the Dream and the Fever, because now they're playing like the third best team in the WNBA. I'm sure they're going to take this game serious, but the Aces are teetering on a loss, in my opinion. I do think their first loss is going to come one of these games versus the Sun. So, like, if I'm not scared, if I'm like not scared to take a loss, I'd go ahead and take the Connecticut Sun tonight plus the 5.5 plus the 6. And if they lose, and I'll just take them in the next game. It's just I don't really like the feeling about it, to be honest with you. But the Aces are teetering on a loss, in my opinion, guys. If I'm betting one thing today, it would be the Connecticut Sun. There is a 6 out there at DK. That's what I would be taking, guys. And I also lean the Fever as well, but the Sky obviously are a much better team. But I lean Fever, lean Sun. If I had one top play in the WNBA today, it would be the Connecticut Sun at the house plus the 5.5/6. Wouldn't be surprised if they won outright, guys. If I do end up betting something, I will put it in the members chat. Y'all know how I do. It's time to get out of here, Andy. Time to go eat some breakfast, my guy. We eating heat for breakfast? Goddamn. But Andy, what you liking for the show, and what do you have going over at Where'd You Talk, my guy? I make Andy laugh, man.
I love it. The over defeated is that's classic Jay right there. What do we have? Well, have you ever been on a winning streak that's like you're like, man, no way this continues. I think we're at plus 39 units the last like 4 days. So what we're trying to do is I'll just be very honest. We're playing things at low percentage because we're not going to continue hitting 83% of our bets. I would like to believe we could do that, but let's be very honest. So, for example, yesterday we had a play that we liked. We laid off of it and it lost. So we were not going to have a lot of bets this week. We do have a really strong UFC and PFL play that is up, and golf is going up later this afternoon. I don't know if you've been following what's going on in the world of golf. Saudi Arabia just bought the sport of golf, which is I did not expect on a Tuesday morning. But we're coming off a 5-0 week in golf, plus 12 units. So yeah, we're getting that Saudi money, that oil money from golf. So that's what's running really, really hot. I fully expect another winning week in golf. I fully expect a winning weekend for UFC and PFL. And baseball, we're on a 15-6 run. So all signs are pointing up for old Andy Lang and company at Wager Talk.
I like it. Anything for that you like for the show, Andy?
Oh man, the two that I like are the Jimmy Butler under because I do really truly believe that he just doesn't look quite right. And I go back to the Bruce Brown over half a steal. Those are not big plays, but I think if you can put 1%, maybe 2% of your bankroll on them, I think you're going to come out profitable. If I had to pick one, give me Bruce Brown. 13-4 record in the playoffs has my attention.
I like it. And I like what my guy Darren said. I do lean to the under as well. I think this is going to be a zigzag series on the spread and on the total. What we saw game one. Game one flew under the total. Game two, not really flew over. It was mainly the fourth quarter because it was looking like it was going to fly over. The pace was there, but the possessions weren't there. You see what I'm saying? In this game, game three at the Heat, I do lean to the under as well, 214.5. I'm right there with Darren. I hope them shits go 2-0 one time for the one time as well. And I think it correlates to Nuggets playing a lot better defense as well, locking in on the Heat three-point shooters. If they're not making nowhere near as many three-pointers, this game will definitely go under. The Nuggets are a lot greater at finding twos that don't really have to shoot threes. The Heat rely on their three-point shot. If they're not hitting it, they will lose this game and it will go under. I definitely think those are correlated. If the Heat are probably going to win, then it's probably, if you like the over, you probably like the Heat in this spot, guys. So I like what Darren is saying there. Nuggets money line and the under 214. Them shit's going 2-0 one time for the one time, my guys. Let's get some cash. I'm on the Nuggets, guys. I'm on the Nuggets on the money line. And like I said, I'm gonna leave that up there right there because I heavily lean to the under as well, guys. It's, you know what I'm saying? That's what. If I'm betting the total, I think the under is the play here. I like the Nuggets. I'm on the Nuggets. We eat chicken. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing, my guys. Let's get some cash. We will win. I hope everybody has a great day, great week. We will be back live with tomorrow with our guys, Ski Profit and Rob Vino, guys. Didn't bet anything in the WNBA today. If I do, I was posting in the members channel, guys. Y'all know how we do it every single day. But I am on the Nuggets. I already posted that in the members channel. You're getting it right here. Nuggets, -2.5, money line, all that shit. Let's go Nuggies, my guys. Game 3 and winner of game 3 and the finals, all that shit, guys. We on the Nuggets. I think that they would like to see Jokic win a championship this year. That's just what I feel. I think that's what the script. We'll see what happens, guys. Let's get some cash. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's our guy, Andy. That's our guy. Oh, we got our guy in the chat as well. I hadn't seen you in a while, my brother. But y'all go follow Andy on Twitter at Bump Sports. Let's get some cash. We will win. We back tomorrow. Let's go, guys. Get some cash, baby. Let's go. We out.